How was your prison experience on those level 3s in the state of California, man?
Oh boy, man, it's been some time, but the range of things that you can experience, it's from everything from a regular day that anybody can handle to a day where things can get so out of hand to where you don't know if even the worst asshole is going to be able to maintain his poise and control. It can go from being an environment that is pretty much controlled and cool for 9, 10 months to a year straight. And then one day out of nowhere, all hell breaks loose, chaos, a lot of triggeration, a lot of foolery. The most wise thing that anyone that finds himself subject to that environment can do, for themselves, is to learn to mind your own business. Mind your own, you live long is a rule of thumb that transcends through a lot of environments, but it definitely matters in there because what someone doesn't know about you, they fear.
How real was the respect level? Let's say you're walking to chow and a white dude accidentally bumps into you.
I'm gonna keep it a Google with you. Every racial group is more respectful, typically, than ours. So if you bump into a wood and it's typically his fault, it might not be. If it's a mutual, there's an excuse me coming. You bump into typically most Hispanics, there's an excuse me coming. The chip on the shoulder, asshole, badass that might not want to say my bad typically be one of us.
Which is a trip. So your enemy ends up being a guy that looks like you, right?
Sadly so.
This whole BLM movement that you're seeing out here, are you feeling this whole thing? Because we agree Black Lives Matter, but Filipino lives matter. Let's keep rolling with it.
I can't join that bandwagon where you start adding on. I kind of like feel offensive every time there's time to discuss black and civil rights that the homosexual community is mentioned. I don't appreciate the correlation.
Well, I said Filipino lives.
I know. I was backtracking to something we were discussing earlier and just making a correlation to it all. Now, I was getting to the Filipino and all that. There is no comparison to any group of people's experience upon this soil as to mine. So just because equality is what we believe that every human is due, every time our equality is discussed, it does not automatically insert the next group of anyone because no one else has been deprived equality to the extent, to the rate, and for the time period that we have. There is an immediate 911 alert that needs to be tended to a certain group that has been here from the onset, that this whole situation was established upon our backs, our blood, our sweat. So when we speak about equality, it is far more essential, pertinent, and immediate that it be handed toward us. We've been in line longer.
But look, some will argue that, hey, look, man, you know, you just said your biggest enemy is someone that looks like you.
No, you said that. And I nodded in agreement, and I said, often so. I said, so often it's sad to say.
Right.
I never declared my biggest enemy is somebody that looks like me.
So who is your biggest enemy, Loc?
It's yet to be identified, personally. I have a multitude of enemies.
But you don't think the white America is your enemy, or do you?
White America has been not much more than an enemy of melanated human beings for its whole existence. There has been some assistance and some progress made in the actual treatment we receive, but the whole world has been so sophisticated, there are certain things that are unable to exist. I have yet to see an actual, just tell me this. If white America loves Black America, then why is it that when so often we see encounters with the police. Black America is slaughtered in the streets where we have no footage of any other race to show that it is equal. This is not just what happens when you have encounters with the police officers. So many black people have been shot in the back, in their sleep, unarmed. Just with that disparage, how do you go about explaining that without acknowledging?
Let's talk a little bit about that, man, because, you know, I've talked to a lot of LAPD, LA County sheriffs, and I know you've had your run-in with those fellows, but if I reach for a cop's taser, I don't care what color your skin is, you're getting murked on sight. But you're dead on arrival.
That's you as an individual, but I can show you footage of a white man not only reaching for a taser, but taking a baton, squabbling with two officers, taking their vehicle. Not a shot fired. He beat them with their own baton.
And he got a pass as well.
He got a pass.
But if he was a black dude, he'd be finished off real quick.
Was that a question or a statement?
I'm asking you.
Don't do that. You're more of a human than that.
It's probably a statement, Loc.
Probably. You still gonna justify it with a problem.
It's a statement,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.